attempting day trading was literally the worst decision of my life, and I've had a lot of terrible decisions. So this obsession I had with day trading kind of turned me into a gambling addict. It gave me so much anxiety from the moment I woke up till I went to bed, and I would be on this emotional roller coaster like all the freaking time, and it would completely drain me throughout the day. And to top it all off, I was never present. Like, I was constantly thinking about the charts, looking and analyzing the charts, and I was just not enjoying life. And to top it all off, I lost over $2,000 day trading, and to make things worse, it also ruined my productivity throughout the day. I could never really focus on my other tasks like my business, my YouTube channel, and my relationships with other people. So yeah, everything basically took a hit when I was really addicted to day trading and really trying to I really thought I could turn this into a sustainable actual income, so I don't have to work a job and things like that. And yeah, it clearly did not go the way I wanted it to, and things completely flipped on its head. And yeah, I lost so much money. I was so tired from this thing that I got really depressed for a month and a half. Thinking about that money really makes me want to throw up, because I could do so much for $2,000, and I'm just a 20-year-old and I'm just 20, so 2,000 really is a lot of money to me. So yeah, I was depressed for a couple months. So basically, I'm here to tell you why you have to be very, very careful if you're considering, or if you are day trading. Not even day trading, just leverage trading or just trading in general. And even though it is the easiest way to make money, it is so simple, but you have to be very, very, very careful, because you don't want to end up suffering like me, or God forbid, you don't want to end up worse than me, because that is never a good place. So in this video, I'm going to talk about some things I've learned through day trading that I've never heard other people talk about for some reason. And I'm not here to tell you to stop day trading, because I'm just a nobody. I don't know who you are. Maybe you're probably smarter than me and things like that, but I can give you some advice or some warning signs that I wish some people told me before I started day trading. And then from then on out, you can make a better decision whether or not you want to continue day trading, or if you should stop entirely, because this really is the devil's game. This is crazy, and I don't want other people to kind of go through what I went through. And if you are stuck in a hole where you lost a lot of money trading and you're trying to stop, but it's really difficult, then I have a little message, something to help you at the end of the video. But for now, let's get into some of the stuff that I learned from day trading that I wish somebody told me. So number one, once you're in a trade, you will never ever be at peace with yourself ever again. So if you're in a trade, you open a long position and the coin pumped 10%, on a 10x leverage, you're basically doubling your money. So then you close your position, you walk away with an extra $100 because you doubled your money. You feel good, right? You doubled your money in a couple days. That is insane. And then you exit the trade, and then you see the coin go up another 5%, and then you kind of sit back and you think, fuck, if I kept this trade a little bit longer, I could have made this much more money. I could have made that much more money if I kept this trade for another day, if I didn't look at my computer and things like that. Then you would start feeling really shitty. You get this pit in your stomach that just does not go away. Every time you look at the chart, it's just a constant reminder that this is how much extra money you could have made if you didn't sell. And that is you winning. If you're losing in the trade, you lost money in the trade, you also feel really shitty. So either way, if you win or lose money, you are not really gonna feel at peace with yourself. You're gonna feel oh, I'm missing out on this much more money. Or if you're losing money, you're shit, I could have used this money to buy this or buy that. Basically, you will never ever win emotionally with your trading. So number two, following general day trading rules are so much harder than it seems. So if you're an average person watching this video, you probably don't have a lot of money, and money probably means a lot to you. So you have a strong emotional attachment towards your money. So you want to make a lot of money, and you don't want to lose money as much as possible. So this means that it will be really, really difficult to stay disciplined and stick to your day trading rules. So simple day trading rules never trade with more than 10% of your account size, and always set a stop loss. Those are really hard to follow, because I traded with more than 20 to 30% of my account size, and as the coin dumps lower, I add more into my long position to prevent myself from getting liquidated and to lower my entry price. So I've been adding and adding into my position until I use up 100% of my account. And guess what? It freaking worked, because I turned $200 to almost $1,500 long in Solana, from $70 to $130 before I lost everything. And hearing all that, like, you would probably think like, oh, this guy's just really stupid, you know, like I could probably do it better than him. Like, as long as I do stick to those day trading rules, like I'm never gonna lose money. Like, I'm gonna avoid being like this guy over here. But it is, I'm telling you right now, it is so difficult. You know, as simple as it sounds, but once you're actually in the trade and when there's so much emotional attachment involved to your money and things like that, yeah, it is very hard to think logically. So yeah, it's really difficult to stick to your day trading rules. That's number 2. And last but not least, number 3 is that you can never ever beat the sharks. So if you're trading crypto, there are normal people like you and I who's watching this video. We don't have a lot of money, and then there are these sharks. So these sharks have way more money than you think. In fact, they have so much money that are already in the market that they have the power to move Bitcoin down 5 to 10% in a single second. You know, they just press the sell button and Bitcoin just goes down 5 to 10%. So all the people on leverage will get forced to be stopped out or get liquidated, which will bring the price of Bitcoin even lower, meaning your altcoins like your Solana, Ethereum, AVAX and things like that will go down like 10, 15, 20% in a single second. So these are what I call liquidation events. You know, these are when the sharks are manipulating the market, really selling those coins to wipe out a lot of those like leverage positions like me. And that is where a lot of people lose their money. You know, one of these liquidation events will wipe out at least $200 million in the market. And these events happen pretty freaking often. Like every month or so, we get a liquidation event like 2 to 3 times. So you have to be very careful, because one of these events will be enough to wipe out your entire account. If you're super over leveraged, or if you like have been DCAing and dollar cost averaging lower and lower, then yeah, that is where these sharks will come and eat you up, and yeah, you just get completely fucked. So I kind of want to drive my point a little bit better to show you from the charts what I'm talking about here. So I've already marked out the date. So the Bitcoin halving happened on the April of 19. After the Bitcoin halving happens, there usually is like a massive run up for Bitcoin for like the next couple months. A lot of people want to get in before the Bitcoin halving so that they can ride the upside to wherever long it goes. But unfortunately, like right before the Bitcoin halving happened, there was a massive sell-off for Bitcoin, and it got dumped 15%. So a 15% sell-off on Bitcoin is massive for altcoins. So if you take a look at Solana, there it is. So the Bitcoin halving happened on April 19th. Massive correction of almost 40%. So a 40% correction means that anybody on 10x leverage, 5x leverage, 3x leverage, like they were not safe, which is kind of ridiculous, because there are a lot of trading bots with like 5x leverages, and those would have gotten wiped out. And this is not the only time. So if we go further back, this is when the Bitcoin ETF approval was happening. And the reason why the Bitcoin ETF approval is such an important day for the crypto space is because once the SEC, or like the US Federal Reserve, US government basically, once they acknowledge that the crypto is a legitimate asset, this would basically encourage like the financial institutions, like the really big money players, to confidently invest in the crypto space, knowing that the government sees it as a legitimate asset. And so that is why it is like a massive day for crypto. So if you go back exactly 1 week before, on January the 3rd, there was a massive sell-off again, and this time for 10%. It was a 10% sell-off, and this was the trade that I was in, where I literally saw my money, I literally saw like thousands of dollars wiped out from my account. And yeah, like looking at this, like, is making me really depressed. So if you go to your altcoins like Solana, this was the trade that I was, there it is. So the Bitcoin ETF approval, January the 10th. So 1 week before, we had a massive sell-off for about 31%. So this was another 31% sell-off, and this was where I lost so much money. I got liquidated twice actually. So I lost I got liquidated once around like $90, and then I jumped back in for another trade, and I saw $350 get wiped out in like 5 seconds because it went down to $77 before I kind of recovered. So yeah, this is where I lost over $1,000 on this day. So yeah, hopefully this explanation makes a lot of sense to you guys. And yeah, back to the video. And then, you know, once one of these liquidation events happened, everyone's like, oh shit, and like the coin is super low right now, like I should open long positions, I should buy up this, I should buy the dip. So that's exactly what I did. I opened another long position right after the liquidation event, and the market never recovered, so it just kept going lower and lower and lower, and that is where I lost so much more money than I thought. And it was like literally like the worst like month of my life, because I was just really depressed. I was just hoping I could make that money back, and I never did. So what I learned from all this is that you can't really win. Like narratives and technical analysis, they do work to a certain extent, but you know, when you get manipulated and things like that, you can't really predict a manipulation. You can only protect yourself with a stop loss. And yeah, you could say like I should have probably had a stop loss to prevent myself from getting wiped out like that. And you're probably right, like I really should have gotten a stop loss, but I've been stopped out before the liquidation event so many times. I've lost so much money trying to set a stop loss that, you know, I became so much more profitable without a stop loss. You know, I was using the martingale strategy, if you guys were wondering, which made me a lot of money. But with high reward comes with super high risk, and that's kind of how I lost everything. So yeah, that's really about the 3 things that I wish somebody told me when I was day trading. And if you are in that position where you lost so much money from day trading, and you know, you've been fighting your demons, like trying not to look at the charts, trying not to trade with any more of the money that you have left, like it is really, really difficult, man. Like I understand that it's super tough. So but you have to realize that, you know, if you don't stop now, if you don't quit day trading, or you know, step away from the charts, because you really don't want to end up in a position where you're selling your house, you're selling your car, you're borrowing money from your friends and family to trade with. Because I've been watching a ton of YouTube videos, and there are a lot of people sharing their stories online on how they've been borrowing money from their friends, their family, to quit their jobs to leverage trade or to day trade, and they just completely lost everything. And thinking about like I might end up like that if I don't stop now was really, really terrifying. And that is when like it clicked in my head, and it kind of just gave me the motivation to really try my best to quit this day trading and trying to overcome a gambling addiction, which I finally kind of did, because I haven't been day trading for a pretty long time now. When I say long time, like 3 months, it hasn't really been that long, and I feel okay again. You know, I've accepted that I've lost this much money, and I've kind of accepted that I could have lost so much more if I didn't stop. So yeah, just try and take that into account. Try to keep in mind that there's so many people that are worse than you, that lost everything from this gambling addiction, and you know, you really don't want to end up like that. You don't want to ruin your life just because of a couple of mistakes that you make over trading. And yeah, you know, good luck out there. If you're trading, just stay safe, and if you're not trading, you lost a lot of money, just take care of yourself and try your best to heal from this gambling addiction, because it is really difficult. But yeah, that's all I have for you for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care and peace.